Today's topic steers well away from the colorful, vibrant, exciting buzz of our Commonwealth business forums and might lack the fun of our culture and art sessions as it should. Yet, distinguished guests, we must explore optimism, for here today we have the privilege of a prime position, prime opportunity, and prime incentive to effect real and tangible change to a problem that is as old as mankind. The elimination of violence against women and girls or gender-based violence falls under the fifth Sustainable Development Goal for Commonwealth nations to attain by 2030. And yet, as imminent as the 2030 stands, according to our current rate of progress in battling the social pathology, violence against women and girls is poised to outlive us and perhaps our children. Before I reinstate the theme of the gathering, ladies and gentlemen, I wished to ask one simple question, upon which I urge you all to reflect instantly or in time, audibly or silently. Honorable guests, home watchers, allow your hearts to ponder this query. How many more women and girls should be sacrificed at the stakes for the world to have its fill, or rapes and teen pregnancies, or domestic abuse and harassment? To those who oppose our sense of loud urgency and impatience, I would wish to know the number of additional casualties needed before it's deemed to be too much. Dear Commonwealth friends, who are the women and girls who could possibly deserve such punishment? Who should the world volunteer as its victims? Who, I ask, will we bear to see violated in this manner? Who will we allow to die? Will it be women in Southwest Asia, whose tolerance of violence is somehow expected, even in the face of excruciating acid burns and social alienation as a result of sexual assault? Will it be the female child refugee who, already traumatized by war, will, with each act of abuse, grow less and less vocal, less visible, until one day she diminishes into oblivion? Or should we perhaps tolerate that the Western working woman in Europe or elsewhere, for all her financial power relative to her peers in the global South, suffer vicious sexual harassment in her workplace? Or perhaps, dear guests, for the sake of tradition, the world should opt once more to see the African girl child victimized? Familiar as she is with the front lines of humanitarian crisis, should she be thrown into the abysses of despair as the world postpones the perfect day to finally say no more? I believe that today is the perfect day to say no more, for yet another day may be a day too late. No more apathy, no more victim blaming, no more gaslighting, no more violence against the gender that, though bearing life, must constantly fear for their own. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why I'm so honored and frankly so thankful to be part of this event in the presence of women and allies that have had the bravery, the integrity, and the sturdy moral core to call for an end before the world was even willing to acknowledge the beginning of modern violence against women and girls. Your Royal Highness, the Duchess of Cornwall, your dedication to this cause has seen no bounds. I cannot touch upon the solutions that will be discussed today without paying tribute to the undeniable sensitivity which you, Your Royal Highness, have shown this fight. You understand that beyond the chilling statistics of rape and abuse around the world, before the socioeconomic impact of GBV, but past its horrifying banality, right there in the middle, at the crux of the matter, is the story of survivors. You're aware that at the core of the gender-based violence is the power to discourage a victim from speaking out, locking them into a silence that protects and sustains the cycle of abuse. You are conscious, Your Royal Highness, of the importance of involving storytellers in this fight of compelling the arts and creative industry to embrace the raw and real tales of the ones who are imprisoned in their silence and in their pain. The toolkit that the Commonwealth Secretariat, alongside the Normal Foundation, has created to combat gender inequality is a powerful stride that engages all industries in sectors both private and public to defend the welfare of women in and outside of the workplace. This toolkit, which confronts the architecture of modern gender-based violence, will equip every one of us to navigate through our careers, our private and social lives, free of the threat of abuse. But ladies and gentlemen, the Commonwealth Gender Equality Toolkit is not only a document. It's a materialization of an ideology, a mode of life that must be adopted to ensure that both genders thrive equally side by side in the pursuit of progress and sustainable development. I'm eager, and I believe so is everyone present to hear, Your Royal Highness, Commonwealth Secretary General, Normal Foundation, about the further projects and initiatives you have in store for our 54-legged race to 2030. I thank you especially, Commonwealth Secretariat and the Normal Foundation, for defending the pertinence of events such as these and gathering us all here to ensure that our women and girls are at last granted the protection and validation key so desperately need and deserve. And to everyone present today, everyone watching here in Rwanda or abroad, to every individual whose heart has ached for people who were punished for their gender with violence, to every soul that has applied spirit and muscle to the eradication of this injustice, to you I say thank you for your engagement, thank you for your commitment, thank you for your humanity. You are building the bridge to a world free of gender-based violence, inch by inch and pebble by pebble. May the safety and serenity of future generations across genders and across seas salute your efforts. Thank you all for having me today, Commonwealth friends. I do hope that our country shows you warmth, hospitality, and kindness that mirrors our joy and our honor in hosting you here. Murakoze cyane. Thank you very much.